Hey, how you doing? Back again. I'm Jimmy Marshall. This is my son James Marshall.
Hey there.
This is the Jimmy Marshall for You channel. And what we're pulling out today, even though you're not going to get to see the weapon at this point because it is a fully original prototype design. It is not based on anything that's in use currently anywhere. So what we're going to do, the test that you're going to see, is based on originally fire rate and power. My son's going to do the shooting. We have a few clips that are already preloaded. We have a 125 clip, a 50, and a 45 clip. And due to the fire rate, we're probably going to end extend the clips probably into the 200 to 300 range when we build an actual model. So what we're going to get is this. If you want this design, the choice is yours. You know, we will give it away free, but we want people to subscribe to the channel. That's all we're asking back. We're asking a few minutes of your time in order for the effort that we've put in to give you something that you can build in your garage for the most part. So, you know, you won't know how, but it's like, but we can show you how. But we're not going to do it unless you prove to us that you deserve it. Otherwise, we may put this out for commercial production, and by the time you see it on a shelf, it's going to be 10 times what you could have got it for the few minutes of subscribing for a channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over and I'm going to show you our air and the air that we're using, and then I'll come back over. James, he's going to go ahead and get the prototype. It is, at this point, is considered a machine pistol, and because it's a prototype, it does not even have a BB gun barrel on it yet. It is actually just using a piece of aluminum tubing. So keep that in mind. You know, this was a cheap prototype to test mechanism. So I'm going to take you over and I'm going to show you the air source that we're using. And James is going to go ahead and get the gun loaded up with the 125 clip and have a little fun on the watermelon. And the gun basically is fully automatic. It is also burst fire. Burst rounds are generally in 7s. And the pressure we are using, we've got 125 maximum tank here. This is what we're using. So we're regulated. You can see basically the regulator right there. Regulator shows 130, so hey, this is doing pretty good. Or no, yeah, no, 101, no, that's 120. Okay, so 120 pounds. So, no CO2, no compressed air tanks. This is off of the regular air that anybody can have. So, what I'm going to do, you got everything out of the way?
Yeah.
It's still back there?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to need to, I thought you were going to hook that up so that we're, oh, I guess you can't totally, huh? Alright, actually, I'm going to walk over here so that, where is it? Back here. Okay, so where do you want me to go? Okay, I'll view up on that. Alright, so we're going to head up on the targets here. I'm just going to set up on the watermelon. Alright, the actual fire rate of this prototype weapon that, let's see, let me find a safe location. The fire rate of this current prototype weapon is around 60 rounds per second. So I'm going to go ahead and, this camera only zooms so much. I wish it had some more zoom. Maybe I'll just set up closer. Hopefully nothing happens to it. Sorry, don't have a very good camera, don't have a very good zoom. Trying to find a good location for this because our sun keeps changing. I'm going to go ahead and just use this camera as my safety. There you go, a little bit of burst fire. Now that's from 10 feet away. So just so you know, that's 10 foot away through the watermelon. So for all you zombie killers, that's brain right there that's coming out. You see the brain and you see the blood oozing out down below. I don't know if, yeah, we didn't get lucky enough for back penetration, but this, like I say, this isn't the BB tube barrel yet. The BB tube barrel is going to increase not only this weapon's speed, but its penetration and damage. You want to go ahead and load another clip in there? You want to do a full or a smaller one?
Let's do a smaller one.
Alright, now he's going to go ahead and he's going to do a 50, but you know, he's going to do what a lot of people do, which is get up a little closer and just see how much punching through this melon we can do before just moving on to these cans. We're really demonstrating fire rate right now. We're not really demonstrating penetration. What I've got, let's see. Oh, you got my box over there for showing my stuff. Oh, except for the distance pattern. We have grouping patterns at 25 feet and 15 feet. I guess I'll go over here because this is where the box is at. Okay, let's see. I was shooting for this flap here. That's 45 rounds at 25 feet, and that's basically half of the BBs right there on the box. That's full auto, so that's not burst. That's one pull. Then we have over here, which is all oily now because James put oil all over it, so much more difficult to see. This was 15 feet, 45 rounds, and 90% of them are right there in this grouping at 15 feet. Like I said, this barrel is a little bit big, so it's kind of like shooting a 38 through a 45 caliber barrel. Now I'm gonna let him get up a little closer and just see, you know, because that's what we all really want out of a BB gun. We want something that can fire fast enough to punch through things. So I just don't want to get too close and get all watermeloned out myself. No, you're gonna go closer on the watermelon. Well, I mean, we want to open a hole in the zombie head, right? Closer. There you go. He's about 3.5 feet. Oh, that was a small clip, huh?
That was 50.
Whoops. That was 50 shots, guys. That's how fast 50 shots comes out. There you go. There's your zombie head. So basically that's about 175 shots total on that, or somewhere in that neighborhood. You can hear how fast it fires. That's why I was kind of surprised. I thought, oh, are you burst firing? And it's like, no, that is a clip of 50. So for right now, until we get our next model, this is what you see now. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to probably go in and start a design on an actual barrel, one that actually has a BB barrel. For those of you who subscribe, it's like you'll get some of that inside information as to what we really used to build this one here and how little it's going to cost you. So you got more going to it.
Yeah, I have one more 50 clip.
Okay, we got it. Was that last one the 50 or 45?
That was a 50. This was like 45.
Okay, so this is the next clip's gonna be a 45. See, we're losing our sunlight, so let me see if I can get on the other side. And sorry, folks, not real good at the camera work. Not really my forte, you know. But I did design the BB gun, and James built it. So we shared in that responsibility together. I'm going to hold this as good as I can. I don't want to get too close. Sorry if the light's bad.
Which one are you looking at?
Well, I was going to probably, well, maybe we go bottom one first so I don't get splattered.
Alright.
I'll probably still get splattered. See, that's it. That's 45 shots. That's how quick it goes down. But I want you to take a look at this can. I want you to take a look at the holes in this can. If you guys see the holes in this can, you see this? This looks like somebody sat back with something with a much bigger caliber. I think you'll agree to that. I don't think there's any BB gun out there that fires or burst fires automatic that leaves holes that look like you just fired a real gun. So this is some serious stuff, you guys. Not really fooling around. You know, there will be a disclaimer if we give this out. Well, we do plan to give it out. Just depends on how many of you are really interested, because you're not going to find this anywhere. This is brand new. This isn't that old. So you want to do a 125 clip and we'll go for another can? And then we're going to go ahead and
load one. I only have one clip for it.
yeah, go ahead and load. So here's the thing that I like BB guns for, you know. I think that most like people would agree. You buy a BB gun, it's like, you know, because anything can shred a can apart. Yeah, and this one's not as good in the back, but basically you end up with bullet holes. So this puts some big chunks by the time you go through a can. If you just fire straight into it, and it's like, we don't have sights on this right now. So this is actually free fire with nothing more than the internals of the gun. So there's no sights, there's no handle. It's actually just pistol grip. And so the reason why I can't pause this is because this cheap camera we're using doesn't pause. So we've got to make you suffer along with us while he reloads up the 125 clip, and then we'll go for this last can here. And like I say, subscribe, give us your comments, let us know what you think, let us know how interested you are, because I'd really rather give it to y'all for free so that everybody can do this stuff at home themselves. Save yourself the CO2 canisters, save yourself the CO2 money. The only thing, Daisy, I think you might owe us a royalty check on how many BBs you would sell. But, you know, yeah, you're going to go through some BBs in a fast time. You know, basically, at this point, this is the prototype, and it shoots 3,500 rounds a minute. And the actual version is going to fire even faster. So, just a heads up, if that sounds impressive to you, it is to me. It's clean fire, and you'll notice it almost sounds like suppressive fire. Usually the first, all you're going to hear is air, and then you hear the BBs hit. So for people who want to play around in their backyard, that's kind of a smart thing, because then all your neighbors hear is your air compressor blowing. So, but anyway, what we're going to do, we'll go after this last can, because we don't want to take up a whole bunch of time on this video. We will be doing a backup video, and if we don't have enough subscribers at that point, we're going to redo this same test right here you're looking at now with an actual version, and we'll just have to see where it goes from there. So, you know, I'm not going to tell you how little we spent and how many of these parts were actually in our garage before we started. Okay, let me zoom in here and back up just a hair because I don't want to get splattered. Hopefully I won't. You can get, why don't you get a little closer? Let's go over, let's just go. Okay, that's, he said he's about 10 feet right now. So that last one was about 15 feet. So now we're pulling up to 10 feet. That was 10 feet, 125 rounds. And it's like, I think he even went through some of the trash canning. Now, take a peek at this grouping at full auto. It doesn't just shred the can, you know, and in real life, damage is the key. Right now, the foot per second on this weapon is going to increase anywhere from 100 to 200% immediately after the next version is opened up. So basically, there you go. So, you know, you got your cardboard, you got your main, you got a hole down here. So if you're out, you know, wanting to kill things or whatever, holes like that with a BB gun auto is a little more accurate. Like I say, we do not even have grips on this. So a few more BBs and, you know, this can just would have been chopped in half. Oh, we got peoples.
Yeah,
so, okay, we're gonna cut this out. We got peoples around. So, okay, subscribe to the channel, and if you do, then we may let you in on this one. If you don't, you may end up buying it off the shelf. All right, peace, and have a good one. Say something.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, subscribe. Seriously, if you're interested. Out.